The scream echoed through the empty arena like a thunderclap, shattering the post-game silence. Alex froze mid-step, his arms laden with water bottles, heart slamming against his ribs as he spotted the figure crumpled on the court. Jordan Hale, the golden boy of the NBA, clutching his chest, face twisted in agony. In that split second, Alex's world narrowed to one impossible choice: run toward the man who'd barely acknowledged his existence, or let the shadows swallow them both. Alex dropped the cooler with a crash that reverberated off the rafters, his sneakers squeaking against the polished hardwood as he sprinted across the vast, dimly lit court. The air was thick with the ghost of sweat and cheers from the sold-out crowd that had emptied out hours ago, leaving only the hum of fluorescent lights and the distant drip of a leaky locker room faucet. Jordan Hale, all 6'8" of him, lay sprawled near the three-point line, his jersey soaked through, one hand clawing at his throat while the other pressed futilely against his sternum. Alex had seen players push limits, vomit after triple overtime thrillers, collapse from cramps, but this was different. This was raw, animal panic in the eyes of a man who commanded millions. "Jordan, hey man, hang on." Alex's voice cracked, higher than he intended, but he didn't care. He skidded to his knees beside the star forward, the impact jarring his bones. Up close, Jordan's face was a map of torment, sweat-slicked skin pale under the arena's harsh glow, lips tinged blue, breaths coming in shallow, wheezing gasps. Alex's hands moved on instinct, years of shadowed sidelines turning him into something more than just the guy who refilled Gatorade jugs. He tilted Jordan's head back, checked for obstructions. Nothing. Then he spotted it. The telltale swelling around the neck, the erratic pulse throbbing under his fingertips. Anaphylaxis. The guy was going into shock, fast. "Where's your EpiPen? You got one?" Alex demanded, scanning the bench area 20 feet away, where Jordan's gear was strewn like battlefield debris. No response, just a gurgle that twisted Alex's gut. He bolted for the bag, ripping it open with trembling fingers. Inside, amid crumpled protein bar wrappers and a half-eaten bag of almonds. Almonds? Damn it. Tree nuts. He found the auto-injector, its orange tip mocking him. Back at Jordan's side in seconds, Alex jammed the needle into the thigh, counting to 10 like he'd practiced in his head 1,000 times from those late-night YouTube videos on emergency response. The league didn't train Waterboys for this. They trained them to stay invisible. Jordan's body jerked, a spasm that nearly bucked Alex off, but then the wheezing eased, color creeping back into his cheeks. Alex sat back on his heels, chest heaving, wiping sweat from his brow with a forearm that smelled faintly of chlorine from the ice baths. The arena felt enormous now, oppressive in its emptiness, and for a moment, neither man spoke. Jordan's eyes fluttered open, locking onto Alex's with a clarity that pierced straight through. "You," Jordan rasped, voice like gravel over glass. His hand shot out, gripping Alex's wrist with surprising strength. "I know you." Alex's blood turned to ice. Impossible. They'd crossed paths 100 times this season, Jordan barking orders during timeouts, Alex nodding mutely as he hustled towels and drinks. But recognition? That wasn't in the script. Waterboys were ghosts, especially ones like Alex Rivera, 24, and queer in a league still whispering about its first-out player like it was a scandal. He pulled back gently, forcing a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "Just doing my job, Mr. Hale. Paramedics are on their way. Stay still." But Jordan's grip tightened, his gaze sharpening as oxygen flooded his system. "No. From before. That summer. The lake house." The words hung between them, heavy as the championship banner swaying overhead. Alex's mind reeled, fragments of a humid July 5 years ago surfacing unbidden. Bonfires on a Michigan shore, stolen glances across a crowded deck, a kiss that tasted like cheap beer and forbidden promises. A kiss he'd buried under layers of denial and distance, convinced it meant nothing to the golden boy from the neighboring estate. The sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder, but Alex barely heard them. Jordan Hale remembered, and in that recognition lay a storm neither was ready to weather, one that would unravel careers, shatter prejudices, and force two men from opposite worlds to confront the love they'd both pretended never existed. As the paramedics burst through the arena doors, floodlights cutting through the gloom like accusatory fingers, Alex stepped back, letting the professionals swarm Jordan. He watched from the sidelines, arms crossed tight over his chest, the EpiPen still clutched in his fist like a talisman. The EMTs worked efficiently. Oxygen mask, for line, questions barked in clipped tones. Jordan answered when he could, his voice steadier now, but his eyes kept drifting to Alex, pulling him in like a riptide. One of the medics, a burly guy with a mustache that screamed ex-cop, clapped Alex on the shoulder. Good call on the AP, kid. Saved his bacon. You training for this, or what? Alex shrugged, mumbling something about basic first aid from community college, but inside, his thoughts churned. Recognition. That word echoed louder than the sirens fading into the night. Jordan Hale, the league's rising star, MVP frontrunner for the Chicago Bulls, knew him from a teenage fling? It didn't compute. Back then, Jordan had been the straight-A jock from old money, summering in Harbor Springs with his senator father and a parade of bikini-clad admirations. Alex, the scholarship kid from Detroit, crashing at his aunt's lake rental, slinging burgers at the local diner to make ends meet. The gurney rattled as they wheeled Jordan toward the exit tunnel, and he twisted his head, calling out hoarsely, "Hey, Waterboy, what's your name?" Alex hesitated, the arena's chill seeping into his bones. "Alex. Alex Rivera." "Alex," Jordan repeated, like he was tasting it, committing it to memory. Then, softer, almost lost in the commotion, "Thank you." The doors swung shut behind them, leaving Alex alone with the ghosts of what-ifs. He didn't sleep that night. Curled on his lumpy futon in the tiny Wicker Park apartment he shared with two other underpaid stadium staffers, Alex stared at the ceiling cracks that mapped out like lightning bolts. His phone buzzed incessantly. Text from the team group, chat exploding with speculation. Hale allergic to victory? Dude almost ate it on the court, WTF? But none mentioned him. Of course not. Waterboys didn't make headlines. They made minimum wage. By dawn, exhaustion pulled him under, dreams fragmented with lake water lapping at his feet, and Jordan's laugh cutting through the mist. He woke to a knock at the door, groggy and disheveled, pulling on sweatpants over boxers. It was Marcus, his roommate, eyes wide with that gleeful panic only sports junkies get. "Bro, you're viral. Check this." Alex snatched the phone, scrolling through a shaky fan video that had somehow captured the chaos from the upper decks. Blurry footage of him diving in, the AP jab, Jordan's revival. Comments flooded in. "Who dat hero? Waterboy MVP." And buried in the thread, a reply from @Jordan Hale, 23. "Shout out to Alex Rivera. Owe you my life, man. Bulls Nation." His stomach flipped. A tweet. From Jordan Hale. To him. The internet, that merciless beast, would sniff out every detail soon enough. His face, his name, the fact that he was the gay Waterboy who'd touched a straight icon. Alex's thumb hovered over the screen, a war raging in his chest. Delete the app? Lean in? Before he could decide, another notification pinged, a direct message. From Jordan. "Hey, hospital. Visiting hours start at 9. Come." Simple words, but they cracked something open in Alex, a fissure where old hurts and new fears collided. He typed back, fingers flying before doubt could catch up. "On my way." The drive to Northwestern Memorial felt like crossing state lines, Chicago's gray sprawl blurring past under a sky threatening snow. Alex gripped the wheel of his beat-up Civic, radio tuned low to avoid the sports talk already buzzing about Jordan's mystery savior. He parked in the visitor lot, badge from the United Center granting him no privileges here, and navigated the sterile halls with the awkwardness of a man who'd never been anyone's hero before. Jordan's room was private, of course, perks of a 7-figure contract. Alex knocked lightly, pushing the door open to find the player propped up in bed, for dripping steadily, a bouquet of get-well lilies wilting on the side table. Monitors beeped softly, a counterpoint to the weak winter light filtering through blinds. Jordan looked smaller without his uniform, vulnerable in a hospital gown that dwarfed even his frame, but his smile, crooked, genuine, lit the space. "You came." Jordan's voice was rough but warm, gesturing to the chair beside him. "Sit. Before I start thinking this is all a morphine dream." Alex perched on the edge, elbows on knees, studying the man who'd haunted his quieter moments. Up close, Jordan's features were sharper than the highlight reel suggested. High cheekbones shadowed by stubble, hazel eyes flecked with gold, a faint scar above his left brow from some forgotten playground brawl. "How you feeling?" Doc say anything. Peanut traces in the post-game spread. "Rookie mistake. Thought I was good after all these years." Jordan chuckled, then winced, hand to his ribs. "But seriously, Alex, you didn't have to jump in like that. Most would have waited for help." "Couldn't." Alex shrugged, heat creeping up his neck. "Seen too many what-ifs in my life. Didn't want another." Silence stretched, thick with unspoken history. Jordan shifted, wincing again, and fixed Alex with that piercing stare. "The lake house. Summer of 19. You were lifeguarding at the public beach, right?" "Aye. We hung out at that bonfire party. Aunt Clara's place." Alex's throat tightened. "Yeah. You crashed it with your crew. Dragged me into a game of chicken in the water." He paused, the memory sharp as shattered glass. "Ended with us on the dock, talking till sunrise. And that kiss." Jordan's face softened, no denial, just a nod that carried the weight of years. "I was scared shitless after. Dad's campaign heating up, whispers about image everywhere. I bailed, didn't call. Thought you'd forget." "I tried." Alex's voice was barely above a whisper. "But here we are." The door swung open then, a nurse bustling in with a tray of meds, shattering the moment. She fussed over Jordan, checking vitals, oblivious to the tension coiling like smoke. As she left, Jordan leaned forward, voice low. "Listen, the team's got my back, but this? It's bigger than basketball. Press is circling. If they dig into you, us, they'll twist it. Prejudices, man. I've seen it chew up guys." Alex's laugh was bitter. "Tell me about it." "Grew up dodging slurs in Detroit Catholic schools. Came out at 18 and lost half my friends. Now, working the NBA, where gay is still code for distraction. But I don't hide anymore. Not for a job, not for me." Jordan finished, eyes searching. "Not for anyone." Alex stood, pulse thundering. "Get better, Jordan. We'll talk when you're out." He fled the room, hard a war drum. But as the elevator descended, his phone lit up again. A photo, Jordan in bed, thumbs up, captioned, "Round 2? Dinner. My treat. No almonds." Alex smiled despite himself, typing back, "Deal. But you pay for the therapy bills too." Little did he know that dinner would ignite a firestorm, one that would test loyalties, unearth buried betrayals, and force them both to choose between the closets they'd built and the love daring them to burn it all down. The next week blurred into a frenzy of nondescript arenas and recycled routines, but for Alex, every shadow held Jordan's echo. He hauled coolers through the United Center's underbelly, dodging assistant coaches and starstruck interns, his mind replaying that hospital gaze like a loop of forbidden footage. The team had cleared Jordan for light practice, but whispers rippled through the locker room. Allergic freakout, performance anxiety, even wilder rumors of performance enhancers gone wrong. Alex kept his head down, refilling stations with mechanical precision, but eyes followed him now, curious, appraising. It started small. A rookie guard, Trey, slapped his back after a drill. "Yo, Riv, you're the man. Hale owes you a yacht or something." Laughter rippled, but beneath it, Alex caught the sidelong glances, the kind that lingered too long on his slim build, his unapologetically styled hair. By midweek, a beat reporter cornered him in the tunnel, microphone thrust like a weapon. "Alex Rivera, the Waterboy who played doctor? Care to comment on your connection to Hale?" Alex sidestepped, forcing calm. "Just team support. Nothing more." But the article dropped that night. Bull's savior, the unsung hero with a mysterious past? No photos yet, but his name was out there, bait for the Sharks. Jordan texted sporadically, quips about hospital jello, memes of dramatic saves, but the dinner invite hung like a promise. When it finally landed, a Friday after a home win against the Knicks, Alex almost bailed. His reflection in the bathroom mirror showed a man fraying at the edges, dark circles from sleepless nights, a jaw set against the what-ifs. What if Jordan was just grateful? What if this was pity, or worse, a closeted experiment? But the pull was magnetic, drawing him to the upscale River North spot Jordan had picked, a dimly lit bistro with exposed brick and jazz humming low. He arrived early, claiming a corner booth, nursing a club soda as the door chimed. Jordan entered like he owned the night, tailored jacket over a crisp tee, stride loose despite the sling cradling his arm from a minor tweak. Heads turned, whispers following, but his eyes found Alex immediately, lighting with that crooked grin. "You clean up nice. River thought you'd show in your Bulls polo." Alex snorted, standing to clasp hands, a bro hug that lingered a beat too long. "And missed the chance to see you in slacks?" "Nah. How's the arm?" "Doc says 2 weeks. Gives me time to wine and dine my hero." Jordan slid into the booth, signaling the waiter with effortless charm. Menus arrived, but conversation flowed easy, skirting the heavy stuff. They talked hoops, Jordan's rookie year fumbles, Alex's obsession with old Bulls tapes, then veered to safer shores, favorite dive bars, worst tattoos. Laughter came natural, peeling back layers Alex hadn't touched since that Michigan summer. Over steak for Jordan, pasta primavera for Alex. The wine loosened tongues. "You ever think about playing?" Jordan asked, fork pausing midair. "You've got the build for it. Quick feet, steady hands." Alex shook his head, tracing the rim of his glass. Scholarship dreams died in high school. Knee injury, bad timing. Waterboy gigs my in, close to the game without the spotlight. He met Jordan's gaze, vulnerability slipping through. "Spotlight finds you anyway, though, especially when you're different." Jordan's expression shifted, fork setting down with a soft clink. "Different how?" "You know how." Alex's voice was steady, but his pulse betrayed him. "Gay in a straight man's league. It's not just fans. It's the vets, the suits. One wrong look, and you're the distraction." Jordan leaned in, voice dropping. "I get it. More than you think." He glanced around, the bistro's hum a buffer. Dad's world, politics, endorsements. It's all about the perfect narrative. Straight, white, winning. Anything else? Buried. His fingers drummed the table, a rare tell of nerves. That summer, after the doc, I freaked. Told myself it was curiosity, experimentation. But seeing you again? It's not buried anymore. Alex's breath caught, the air between them electric. "Jordan, if this is..." "It's not pity." Jordan's hand crossed the table, covering Alex's briefly, warm and sure. "It's unfinished. And yet terrifying. But worth it." Before Alex could answer, his phone vibrated. A team alert. Practice footage leak. Grainy clip of their hospital hug circulating on fan forums. Comments already venomous. "Waterboy too cozy?" "Hale's new boy toy." The bubble burst, reality crashing in. Jordan saw his face fall. "Shit. Already." Alex pocketed the phone, forcing levity. "Welcome to the circus. Eat up. Bill's on you, remember?" They finished in strained quiet, the jazz now mocking their tension. Outside, under sodium lamps, Jordan pulled him into an alley shadow. "This isn't over. Meet me tomorrow? My place. No press, no leaks." Alex nodded, the yes tumbling out before reason could intervene. As he drove home, city lights streaking like tears, doubt gnawed. Unfinished business sounded romantic, but in the NBA's glare, it could destroy them both. Saturday dawned crisp, Chicago's wind off the lake biting through Alex's jacket as he navigated the Gold Coast high-rise. Jordan's building screamed privilege, doorman in crisp livery, lobby fountains murmuring like secrets. The elevator ride to the penthouse felt eternal, mirrors reflecting a man equal parts thrilled and terrified. Jordan answered in sweats and a faded Michigan tee. The university, not the state. Hair tousled like he'd just woken. "Come in. Coffee's brewing." The apartment unfolded like a magazine spread, floor-to-ceiling windows framing Lake Michigan's steel-gray expanse, minimalist furniture in leather and chrome, a basketball hoop bolted to the exposed brick wall. But touches of Jordan softened it. Dog-eared novels on the coffee table, a framed photo of his mom laughing on a sailboat. They settled on the couch, mugs steaming, the city a distant hum. Conversation meandered. Jordan's therapy sessions post-allergy scare, Alex's volunteer shifts at a local LGBTQ youth center, but undercurrents pulled strong. "Why now?" Alex finally asked, setting his mug down. 5 years, and poof, recognition on a deathbed. Jordan laughed, low and self-deprecating. "Not deathbed. Dramatic much?" He sobered, staring at the lake. Truth? I followed you. Low-key. After that summer, I drove back to the lake once, asked around. Found out you moved to Chicago, got the Bulls gig. Kept tabs via socials, but never reached out. Coward shit. Alex's surprise must have shown, because Jordan rushed on. Not stalking, admiration. You were out, living it, while I was posing. Then the game, the collapse. Seeing you there, real and brave, snapped something. Warmth bloomed in Alex's chest, tentative. I'm no hero, just allergic to regret. Their knees brushed, accidental at first, then deliberate. Jordan's hand found Alex's, thumb tracing knuckles. Regret's my specialty. Dad's voice in my head. Don't throw it away, son. But this. He leaned closer, breath mingling. This feels right. The kiss was slow, exploratory, nothing like the frantic dock press of youth. Jordan's lips were soft, tasting of black coffee and honesty, his free hand cupping Alex's jaw with reverence. Alex melted into it, fingers threading Jordan's hair, the world narrowing to this penthouse bubble. When they broke apart, foreheads touching, Jordan whispered, "Stay. Watch the game with me." They did, curled on the couch, Bulls versus Lakers on the massive screen, cheers and groans punctuating easy banter. But midway through the third quarter, Jordan's phone erupted. Calls from his agent, texts from teammates. The leak had escalated, a tabloid splash, Hale's secret savior. Gay Waterboy or more? Jordan muted it, face hardening. Ignore. They're fishing. But Alex couldn't. His own feed was ablaze. Old high school photos unearthed, captions twisting his youth center work into agenda pushing. A DM from an anonymous account. Fag ruin Hale's career. Back off. The high crashed. This is what I meant, Alex said, standing. Prejudice isn't abstract. It's death threats in your DMs. Jordan rose, blocking his path. Fight it with me. We go public, on our terms. Alex searched those hazel eyes, seeing not just the star, but the boy from the bonfire, scared and reaching. Together? Together. As Alex left into the gathering dusk, resolve hardening, he didn't see the figure in the lobby shadows. A teammate. Phone raised, capturing the goodbye hug for the next leak. Monday practice hit like a freight train, the United Center's gym pulsing with the squeak of sneakers and the thud of medicine balls. Alex moved through his routine, towels folded, station stocked, but the air crackled with undercurrents, eyes darting his way from the court. Jordan was back, light drills only, his presence a magnet drawing coaches and vets alike. When their gazes met across the hardwood, Jordan flashed a subtle wink, but Alex's stomach twisted. That hug photo had dropped overnight, forums erupting. Bromance or something more? Hale going woke. Trey jogged over during a water break, dribbling a spare ball. Riv, you see the pics? You and Jay looking cozy. Spill, what's the tea? Alex forced a grin, handing over a bottle. Just bro stuff. He owes me for the save. Trey smirked, but his eyes held calculation. Cool, cool. Just watch your back. Some guys on the team, old school, talking side eyes. The warning landed like lead. As practice wrapped, Alex lingered in the tunnel, watching Jordan huddle with the captain, Marcus, the wall, Thibodeau, a towering center with a rep for locker room sermons on traditional values. Marcus's laugh boomed, but his glance at Alex was steel. That night, Alex's apartment became a war room. He scrolled feeds on his laptop, Marcus's profile open, posts praising family rallies, subtle digs at Hollywood agendas infiltrating sports. A knot formed, Jordan's closest ally, the one who'd mentored him from rookie to star, now a potential wedge. His phone rang. Jordan. Hey, you up for a drive? Need air. They met at a quiet lot near the lakefront, Jordan's SUV idling under sodium glow. Inside, the space was intimate, leather seats cradling them as waves lapped the shore. Heard about the photo. Jordan started, hands on the wheel. Team chats blowing up. Marcus pulled me aside, concerned about distractions. Alex's jaw clenched. Distractions. Code for me. Not you specifically. Personal entanglements. Jordan air-quoted, frustration etching lines around his mouth. He's like a big brother, but blind to his own biases. Grew up in Alabama, church every Sunday. Thinks he's progressive cause he high-fives the Women's League stars. Progress stops at the rainbow, huh? Alex stared out at the dark water, memories surfacing. High school dances skipped, proms attended solo, the ache of invisibility. I've navigated this dance my whole life. But you? This could tank your endorsements, your legacy. Jordan turned, cupping Alex's face. Legacy's bullshit without truth. Marcus will come around. Or not. But I'm not hiding. Their kiss was fiercer this time, born of defiance, hands roaming shoulders and backs in a tangle of need and reassurance. They broke apart breathless, Jordan's forehead against Alex's. Tell me about you. The real you, not the Waterboy. Alex exhaled, words spilling. He talked of Detroit winters, a mom who waitress doubles and hugged him fierce after his coming out, a dad lost to prison when he was 10, leaving echoes of absence. The youth center gig, coaching kids through their own shadows, teaching resilience amid slurs. Jordan listened, rapt, sharing his own fractures. A senator father more press release than parent, a mother who drank to drown the loneliness, that scar from a family discussion gone physical. Vulnerability bonded them, but dawn brought reality. As Alex slipped home, a text from an unknown number. Stay away from Hale, or we make it hurt. Attached, a photo of them in the SUV, time-stamped minutes ago. Stalking. The word chilled him. He blocked it, but sleep evaded, replaced by plans. Public? Not yet. They needed allies. Midweek, the storm broke at a team charity gala, black tie in a downtown ballroom. Proceeds for inner-city hoops programs. Alex wasn't invited. Waterboys didn't mingle with sponsors. But Jordan insisted, slipping him a +1 under staff. Dressed in a borrowed slim-fit suit, Alex felt exposed, navigating crystal clinks and power handshakes like a fish on dry land. Jordan shone, schmoozing donors in a tux that hugged his frame, but his eyes tracked Alex, pulling him into orbits. You look killer, he murmured during a slow dance set, hand light on Alex's waist amid the sway of couples. Heat flushed Alex's cheeks. Careful, cameras everywhere. Let him snap. Jordan's grin was reckless. But then Marcus approached, champagne flute in hand, smile not reaching his eyes. Jordan man. Word. And Alex right? Hero of the hour. They stepped aside, alcove shadows cloaking the tension. Marcus's voice was low thunder. Look, Jay, I love you like kin. But this vibe? With him? It's stirring shit. Fans are loyal, but sponsors? They bolt at controversy. Remember that goalie last year? Career suicide. Jordan stiffened. It's not a vibe, Marcus. It's me. And Alex saved my ass, literally. Marcus's gaze flicked to Alex, appraising. Appreciate the save, kid. But love? In this game? It's a luxury we can't afford. Think family. The word hung, a gauntlet. Jordan's jaw worked. Family doesn't dictate closets. Marcus walked away, but the seed was planted. Later, as fireworks lit the night over the Chicago River, Jordan pulled Alex onto a balcony. He's wrong. We define family. But doubt crept in, a whisper. As they kissed under exploding colors, Alex wondered if love could withstand the league's iron grip. The fallout hit Thursday. A viral clip from the gala, grainy, but unmistakable. Jordan's hand on Alex's waist, whispers exchanged. Headlines screamed, Bulls star's steamy sidekick? Pundits dissected on ESPN, Hale's focus slipping? Or bold statement? Jordan's agent called a crisis meet at his Lincoln Park office, a sleek space of glass and contracts. Alex tagged along, uninvited but insistent. The agent, a shark named Victor Lang, paced like a caged wolf. This is PR napalm, Jordan. Nike's on hold. That energy drink deal? Teetering. Come clean, or deny. Deny what? Jordan shot back, arm around Alex's shoulders in solidarity. That I'm happy? Victor snorted. Happy doesn't sell jerseys. Image does. He turned to Alex. No offense, kid. You're great. Save the golden goose. But you're the fox in the henhouse. Alex bristled. Fox. Try the guy keeping the water cold while you cash checks. Tension spiked, but Jordan defused. We're thinking statement. Controlled narrative. Victor relented, drafting a draft. Acknowledgement of friendship, gratitude, no labels. But as they left, Alex's phone buzzed. Another threat. Tick-tock, Waterboy. Hill's next. Fear coiled. That night, alone, Alex confided in his mom over video call, her face lined but loving from the Detroit kitchen. Mijo loves a fight, but if he's in the ring with you, swing hard. Inspired, Alex texted Jordan, your place. Bring takeout. We plan. Over lo mein on the penthouse rug, maps of media minefields sketched on napkins, they forged a pact. But midway, Jordan's door buzzer sounded, unexpected. Security feed showed Marcus, face stormy. Let him up, Alex urged. Face it head on. Marcus entered like a gale, eyes narrowing at the intimacy. Jay, we need to talk. Alone. No. Jordan stood firm. Alex stays. He's part of this. Words flew, Marcus's pleas laced with scripture, Jordan's retorts sharp with pain. You raised me, man. But you can't fix what's not broken. Marcus deflated, glancing at Alex with something like regret. Kid, if you hurt him. Won't. Alex met his stare. But if you sabotage, we're enemies. Marcus left quieter, a crack in the armor. As the door clicked, Jordan pulled Alex close. That was you. Strength. In the quiet, they made love to the city's lullaby, not bodies, but souls intertwining, fears laid bare. Dawn found them entwined, but the threats loomed, a shadow lengthening. Friday's game against the Warriors loomed like a colossus, Golden State's dynasty aura amplifying the stakes. Jordan suited up for full minutes, cleared but cautious, while Alex shadowed the bench. Every refill a study in composure. The arena thrummed, 40,000 strong, banners waving, the Jumbotron flashing sponsor ads that suddenly felt like spotlights on his back. Whispers from the crowd reached him during timeouts. That's the guy, Hale's buddy, laced with giggles or glares. Halftime score tight, Jordan dominant, 30 points, steals like poetry, but a flagrant foul jarred him, elbow to the ribs sending him to the floor. Alex was there in a flash, ice pack pressed, murmurs lost in the roar. Jordan's eyes met his, a silent, I'm good, but the contact lingered, drawing boos from a pocket of fans near the tunnel. Post-game, locker room steam and bravado masked fractures. Trey clapped Jordan's back, beast mode, bro. But Marcus hung back, gnawed curt, his influence a chill. As Alex packed gear, a vet forward, grizzled and gold-toothed, cornered him. Nice work out there, Fairy. Keep it professional, yeah? The slur landed like a sucker punch. Alex straightened, voice even. Professional? Like your free throw airballs. Laughter rippled, diffusing, but the seed of discord sprouted. Jordan caught him in the parking garage, rain sheeting down. Heard about Gino. You okay? Alex leaned against the Civic, soaked but defiant. Tougher than I look. But it's escalating. Got another DM, photo of my mom's house. With a threat. Jordan's face darkened, pulling him into the SUV's shelter. Police. Now. They filed the report at a quiet precinct. Detective sympathetic but jaded. Stalkers love the fame. We'll monitor. But as they drove back, Jordan's grip on the wheel whitened. This is my fault. Dragged you in. No. Alex covered his hand. We chose. Saturday brought reprieve. A day off, spent wandering Millennium Park under brittle sun. They strolled hand in hidden hand, Bean reflecting their distorted joy, hot chocolate steaming from paper cups. Jordan shared dreams, post-NBA coaching, a foundation for at-risk youth. Alex confessed aspirations, sports psych degree, counseling players through the mental grind. Intimacy deepened in stolen moments, a brush of fingers in the Art Institute's hushed halls, a shared umbrella against flurries. But evening shattered it. Victor's call. Press conference tomorrow. Nike's pulling if no damage control. Jordan paced the penthouse, Alex cross-legged on the floor. What if we own it? Full out, like the league's first power couple. Alex's heart soared, then plummeted. Power? Or pariahs? The conference dawned gray, media scrum in the United Center's bowels. Jordan at the podium, Alex offstage, Victor scripting safe lines. But Jordan ad-libbed. Alex isn't just a friend. He's my partner. Saved my life. On the court, off it. And yeah, we're gay? Proudly. Bulls Nation, embrace us. Gasps, flashes exploding. Alex stepped up, hand in Jordan's, voice steady. Love isn't a distraction. It's the drive. The room erupted, questions hurled, but security herded them out. Backstage, elation warred with dread. Texts flooded, support from allies, vitriol from foes. Marcus's message. Disappointed, Jay, praying for you. The backlash crested that night. Protests outside the arena, signs decrying agenda, slurs chanted. Online, death threats surged. Alex's youth center targeted with hate mail. Jordan's stats trended down in mock polls. Trade hail. In the penthouse storm, Jordan cracked. What if I retire? Protect you. Alex pulled him close. No. We fight smarter. Allies emerged. The team's queer in turn, leaking supportive vet quotes. A rival star, out by, tweeting solidarity. But the stalker struck. A brick through Alex's apartment window. Note attached. End it or else. Police swept in, but evidence thin. Jordan insisted Alex move in. Safety in numbers. Cohabitation was tentative magic. Mornings brewing coffee, evenings dissecting plays. But tension simmered. During a road trip prep, Marcus confronted Jordan in the gym. You're throwing legacy for lust? Love, Jordan corrected. And legacy? It's hollow without heart. Marcus wavered, old loyalties clashing. Fans boo already. What next? The game in LA was inferno. Clippers fans chanting slurs, a bottle tossed at Jordan mid-dunk. He powered through, game winner at the buzzer, but post-game, bruises bloomed. Alex iced them in the hotel, hands gentle. Proud of you. Jordan's eyes glistened. Worth every hit. Back in Chicago, a twist. The stalker ID'd, a disgruntled ex-fan, radicalized online. Arrest made headlines, but scars lingered. Victor spun it. Courage under fire. Yet prejudice festered. Endorsements dried, but new ones bloomed. Queer brands, ally sponsors. Jordan's play soared, catharsis fueling fire. One night, over wine, Alex broached the past. That summer, did you love me then? Jordan nodded, terrified of it. Now, all in. Their bond solidified, but a call from Jordan's dad shattered peace. Come home. Fix this mess. Jordan flew to D.C. alone, Alex pacing the penthouse. Return brought hollow eyes. He disowned me. Publicly neutral, privately? Cut off. Alex held him through sobs. His loss. We build our family. Healing began, but conflict brewed. Trade rumors swirled. Bulls ownership considering options amid fan divide. In the eye, love anchored. A quiet proposal under northern lights. Faked via app, but real in hearts. Winter gripped Chicago like a vice. Snow blanketing the United Center in hush before each storm of cheers. Jordan's coming out had cleaved the fanbase, half hoisting rainbow flags at entrances, the other heckling from nosebleeds. But his game elevated, a phoenix rise. Alex, now official partner in Team BIOS, navigated press with poise, interviews focusing on resilience. Love fuels us, on and off court. But undercurrents roiled. Marcus's silence stretched weeks, then cracked during a film session. He lingered post-drill, clapping Jordan's shoulder. Watch the LA tape. Clutch as hell. And, the statement? Gutsy. Jordan tensed. Yeah. Marcus glanced at Alex, packing projectors. Talk to my sister. She's queer, hid it years. Made me see. Sorry, man. For the noise. Forgiveness wasn't instant, but it mended. A group dinner at a Pilsen taqueria, laughter thawing ice. Marcus even joined Alex's youth center pickup game, towering over kids with unexpected gentleness. These little warriors? Remind me why we play. Yet external tempests raged. A conservative pundit sued the league for promoting deviance, citing Jordan's visibility. Lawyers battled, but the toll mounted, sleepless nights. Alex's mom fielding hate calls in Detroit. Jordan shielded him, but fractures showed. A snapped towel rack after a loss. Whispers of doubt in quiet moments. Spring training brought renewal, but a bombshell. Trade deadline leaks named Jordan to Dallas, a franchise with family values, ownership. Victor fumed in meetings. They're lowballing, but desperate for your story. Turn it. No. Jordan's resolve steel. Chicago's home. With you. Alex supported, but fear not. Late one night, post-practice, they argued in the car. First real fracture. If you go, it's smart. Fresh start, less baggage. Jordan slammed brakes at a light. Baggage. Us. That's the point, facing it here. You're sacrificing for romance. Alex's voice cracked. I won't be your anchor sinking the ship. Silence stretched to the penthouse, doors closing soft but final. Alone in bed, Alex scrolled old photos. Michigan dock, Bonfire glow, tears blurring pixels. Misunderstanding rooted deep. Alex's fear of being the ruin, Jordan's terror of loss. Dawn brought reconciliation. Jordan at the door with lake house dirt in a jar, symbolic. Roots, Alex. We replant together. They talked till noon, vulnerabilities bared. Alex's imposter syndrome, Jordan's abandonment scars. You're not ruin, Jordan vowed. Your redemption. Trade deadline passed. Bulls matched. Jordan stayed. Relief flooded, but twists awaited. An anonymous leak, fabricated texts, proving Jordan's out in G was PR stunt for sympathy. Forums exploded. Fake gay for clout. Devastation hit. Jordan retreated, practices mechanical. Alex rallied allies. Digital forensics tracing to a rival agent's plant. Proof aired. Vindication swift, but trust scarred. In the void, they sought therapy, couple sessions with a sports psych, unpacking prejudices internalized. Society's script, the doc said. Rewrite yours. Growth bloomed. Jordan mentored a queer rookie. Alex keynote at Pride events. But climax brewed in playoffs. Eastern Conference semis versus Miami. Heat's firebrand coach infamous for homophobic rants. Game 3. Tied, seconds ticking. Jordan drives, fouled hard, elbow to throat, echoing his collapse. He hits the deck, gasping, arena silent. Alex vaults the bench, AP at ready, protocol now, but heart pounding. Revival swift, free throws sink, win secured. Post-game, Jordan at podium, that was fear. But Alex? He's courage. To the haters, watch us rise. Backlash peaked, Heat coach fined, suspended. But support surged, league commissioner statement. Inclusion is our play. In euphoria, a private peak. Jordan on one knee, rings simple, silver band etched with lake coordinates. Marry me? Not despite the storm, because of it. Alex yes-ed through tears, love's depth profound. Yet shadows lingered. A final threat, traced to Jordan's dad. Intercepted email, urging damage control via smear. Confrontation in D.C. Jordan, face to face. You raised a fighter. Let me fight for me. Senator Hale broke, tears etching lines. Feared losing you to the world. Didn't see I was pushing. Reconciliation tentative, but mending. First step, public nod at a game. Summer beckoned, off-season peace. They honeymooned low-key. Michigan Lake House, bonfires echoing youth. There, under stars, Alex whispered. Recognized me because fate knew. Jordan smiled. Or because I never forgot. Fall's cusp brought new season jitters. United Center banners refreshed with Jordan's face. Now beside Alex's in promo spots, a quiet revolution. The ring nestled on Alex's finger, subtle but seismic. Their engagement whispered in ally circles. Planned reveal post-championship chase. Marcus, fully converted, organized team pride night. Rainbow warm-ups, queer anthems at half. But drama simmered. A documentary crew shadowed. Beyond the arc. Love in the league. Intimate, probing. Cameras caught raw moments. Jordan's pre-game nerves. Alex's pep talks laced with history. One scene, doc recreation via actors, unearthed emotions. That kiss, Jordan narrated on tape, was my awakening. Alex, my compass. Filming unearthed a twist. Old footage from the lake, grainy camcorder. Teen Jordan, out to friends in a drunken confession, tape buried by dad. Unearthed now, it humanized, but Senator's camp spun panic, threatening legal blocks. Jordan faced it head-on, family dinner in D.C. Alex invited, olive branch. Table tense, silverware clinking like accusations. You hid who I was, Jordan said, voice steady. For votes. His dad sighed, mom's hand on his. Feared the cost. But seeing you whole? Pride trumps polls. Tears, toasts, family reforged, not perfect, but progressing. The doc aired mid-season, ratings gold, shifting narratives. Hale's heart, a love story. On court, Bulls surged. Jordan's averages MVP caliber. Chemistry with Marcus unbreakable. Alex, pursuing degree nights, balanced worlds. Classes on trauma recovery mirroring their arc. Climax crested in finals. Versus Lakers, LA's glitz against Chicago grit. Game 7, United Center quaking. Tied at 98, 10 seconds left. Jordan isolates, crossover silk, but slips on sweat-slick floor, knee buckling. Time freezes. Alex, courtside now, partner perks, screams as Jordan writhes. Trainers swarm, but it's meniscus, season ender. Arena hushes, then erupts in sympathy roar. Hobbled to bench, Jordan clutches Alex's hand, tears mingling. We got this. Bulls rally, buzzer beater by Trey, championship clinched. Confetti falls, Jordan on crutches hoisting trophy, Alex beside, kiss broadcast worldwide. Iconic, unapologetic. Post-victory, chaos, parade down Michigan Avenue, millions cheering. But private, in the penthouse, Jordan proposes formally, ring exchange under city lights. Through collapses, threats, trades, we survived. Alex, voice thick, because we recognized each other. Always. Epilogue whispers forward, wedding in spring, lake house vows. Youth center expands, Jordan coaches post-retire. Prejudices fade, not gone. Fights continue, but love's the victor. Years on, graying at temples, they watch their kid, adopted, fierce, dribble on the home court. Saved more than a life, Jordan murmurs. Alex smiles. Saved each other. In the game's endless rhythm, their story endures, a testament. Love, once recognized, defies all odds.